Fuck it. I'm just gonna.
Now, here's one thing when you're tuning. Gravity has an effect on necks.
Yeah.
So when you're doing final tuning, if you're holding it in playing position, you're going to be more accurate when you're standing or you're sitting.
Yeah.
If you're tuning it when it's flat, it's not really going to be in tune when you're in playing position.
True.
Unless you got a really solid neck, you know, like an Ibanez with twin carbon rods and shit like that. So.
The master tuning soloist. The grand master of them all.
Yeah, I'm the grandmaster of the fucking mall, man. You know, fuck.
Yeah, fucking 80.
I tune like nobody's fucking business.
Yeah. Play some Skinner. Or do that Paul Gilbert stuff you're talking about.
Oh, fucking Paul Gilbert, yeah. Hang on a second. Fucking 18. Then you gotta wait for it because every time you touch the fine tuner, throws it out until you release.
How long do you say we've been sitting here for you to have to tune that thing, man? Good half hour, 45 minutes?
You know, if we kept the original springs on it,
Yeah.
it was pretty damn close.
Yeah.
But, you know, difference in tension. And trying to get his anchor to stay in there, so.
If you didn't do this, you'd be throwing the tremolo all over.
Well, yeah, you know, and what I'm trying to do
tremolo.
is dial it dead on so that when I intonate it, it's right the fuck on.
You said that's because it's a floating tremolo? You always have that?
Yeah. Because, you know, there's nothing that's resting on. You know, so anytime any spring adjustment is made, it throws everything out of whack, and then, you know.
Could you explain the Floyd Rose a little bit? I had sort of like a problem explaining it to somebody. He thought, you know, he's like, there's two pickups and then there's the Floyd Rose. It's not a third pickup.
Yeah, it's just a floating tremolo. It doesn't rest on anything unless you block it.
Yeah.
Just a 2-point tremolo, springs, and.
You got that back plate back on?
No, not yet. Okay, next stage. It's also one reason I want to keep the other strings on it for longer, you know, so it would be a little more stable. This neck is not exactly the most stable structure.
So what do you think about Jackson, you know, the bloodline, the whole thing, you know?
With Jackson, there seems to be a large jump between price points. You know, like, your lower price points are just not what your higher price points are, you know? They're definitely not built to the same quality level, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Whereas, like, Ibanez, now I'm not saying it's the greatest thing ever, but if you get, like, the cheapest Ibanez Geo RG style guitar, like, comes in a box and everything, they play pretty badass, they're fairly solid, you know, and that's like a $140 guitar.
Anything you'd like to point out about this guitar that you like in particular? that makes it, you know, badass in general? Aside from, you know, the pickups and stuff. You said this.
It's got a decent neck shape. I like that.
Neck shape.
The wood, now that it's seasoned a little bit, it's got a good tap to it.
Yeah.
You know. And the neck taps very similar to the body.
Yeah.
So it's got
And that's an
good potential
that's
for
an alder.
It's got good potential for, you know, sustain and
Versus the
harmonics.
Rose. Is that a rosewood neck?
Yeah, the fingerboard.
With the alder body? Is that how you pronounce it? Alder?
Well, I didn't look into the specs on this.
I think I looked into it.
Yeah, it probably is older.
I couldn't find any more like that. You told me
they're around, but few far between. You know.
Yeah, you told me something before about the way that it connects into the body or something, made it spectacular. You know, made it more badass.
Oh, I was talking about set necks at the time.
Set necks.
Yeah. I'm a neck through / set neck kind of guy.
Yeah.
Not a huge fan of bolt-ons, but you know, good ones are good ones. This one needed a lot of holes filled in the neck pocket.
Yeah.
Come on, yes.
Anything else you'd like to say about this guitar before you start shredding, doing your whole classic rock, blues, fucking jazz style, fucking whatever lingo you got going on that guitar before you tear it up, man?
Well, I do like these. You know.
Yeah.
It's something about them. You know.
Yeah.
A lot of people they don't dig them because they don't understand how to sit with them or stand with them. You know. But
Right.
I don't know. I dig them. Basically, something about having those two wings flying out back. It's, in my opinion, it makes them a little bit like a tuning fork.
Yeah.
You know, once they get vibrating, they're really working. You know. And one thing that is making it harder is these Floyds from Jackson.
Yeah.
It's that point where the tremolo pivots from, right
Yeah.
there. It's not so much of a knife edge as it could be.
Yeah.
And when you're trying to dial it in right to the cent on the meter, it can be hard to get it to stay exactly where you want it, 100%.
Yeah.
But I gotta get it there to intonate correctly. It's gotta come forward. Okay. I have been staring at the meter too long. If you want to play this for a minute, well,
Go ahead, man.
I rested my eyes for a second. Just eye fatigue, man.